And now for another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. With your host, novelist, filmmaker, and authentic psychic, Dave Thompson.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. Well, this is Confessions of an Online Psychic, episode 21. Now, Lisa had a post earlier today, Monday, about some New Age terms that are popping up, and some are using, and some New Agers, I give you guys credit, you are using the terms correctly, but others do not. Now, you all know how I feel about using the term quantum. It's how my instructor, when I was taking some television classes, felt when people would use the word footage when talking about videotape. All right? Film uses footage as it's measured in feet. You know, real film with frames and the perforations. Well, not video. It's measured in time. All right? Like, you know, X number of hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. In fact, let me show you what time frame on a video looks like. Right now, I just put some time frame here. This is visible to you just for this, and then I'm going to cut it off. Kind of dead distracts her. It looks kind of cool, you know, but it's distracting. So, let's get back to this. I have seen people use the term download. Now, sometimes, you know, okay, yeah, what you're getting is a download. You're getting information downloaded to your head, all right? And maybe it sounds a little more high-tech, but dude, this is channeling, okay? Channeling is what I do when I'm working on my books or asking, you know, a being about a ritual. In fact, later today, I'm testing out more rituals tonight for Apollo. And guess what? The dude is giving me the information. It's not a download, it's channeling, because I'm making a bunch of notes. So really, you know, let's don't call it a download when it's actually channeling, okay, folks? Now, oh yeah, one of the things I've been doing, I mentioned, you know, I'm working with Apollo. I'm going to do a book about him and how to use him in rituals and how to get on his good side for making things manifest. You know, and I've gathered information about his true history, how he started out in the Mesopotamian area. And then he went to Egypt, Greece, finally Rome. It's kind of an evolution. He's also included some really bizarre stuff. Well, I do try to back up this information with known sources. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And honestly, a lot of the information out there is simply conjecture on the parts of the people putting out that information. Especially people who are using him in modern rituals. That's, you know, if you do a Google, you know, you're going to find all sorts of weird stuff. But, you know, I am getting it from him. It's not a download, okay? It's channeling. So let's just call this channeling. Why would you call it a download? You know, unless you're trying to sound intelligent. And nothing against you people using the word download. But it is really channeling, okay? You know, and that's it. I'm a channel. I know what it is. I've known what it is since, you know, and I've known what downloads are. Downloads are what happens when you bring data from, say, a chip onto your hard drive or through the internet onto your hard drive. That's downloading that kind of information. And, you know, maybe you can call it, you know, downloading, but still, you know, I'm old-fashioned. Now, Lisa mentioned another term. The term is grids, okay? Now, I've seen them used both incorrectly and correctly. From my own evidence, there is seen evidence of a grid of energy that flows around our planet. And I've had interesting dreams given to me about these grids. You know, and they help us locate specific energy portals, and it helps in energy works. If you know where the latest, say, intersection is for a major grid, you can pull energy from that. It's there. It's, you know, I have a feeling that the ancient Egyptians used this energy a lot, you know. So, okay. But here's the thing. I've seen information given out by folks like this guy Melchizedek, or whatever the hell it is. He gets so damn many terms wrong, I don't know where to begin, okay? Now, if you do, I'll put the name, I'll flash the name in front of it so you guys. It's like he calls our solar system a constellation, you know? And then there are some people who call our solar system a galaxy. It's like, guys, Jesus, H, which stands for haploid, Christ, you know how I am about astronomy, right? To recap, simply put, stuff we learned in grade school is our solar system is our sun, and the 8 or 9 planets, I still consider Pluto a planet. Okay, NASA? Suck it. And, besides that, there's a shitload of comets and asteroids, and there's, space junk and all this other stuff. Well, the sun orbits the galaxy we call the Milky Way. In the summertime, if you're where it's really dark, walk outside in the middle of the night, you can see the Milky Way. But let me step back a second and say that his information about meditation and accessing different dimensions is intriguing, okay? I have read some of his earlier work. It was solid. So it seems he not just peered off into the deep end, he jumped in with both feet and he's fallen so far he's totally out of sight. So, okay. And I do admit I have received some wild-ass information, okay? Shit that is hard to believe. And it seems when one of my guides, a guy named Daniel, gives me information, the more outlandish it is, the more accurate. My God, I've received information that says we're right now on our 5th civilization as humans. There were other civilizations here prior to that weren't humans. Modern archaeology, they can't find it because 99% of everything that was made during those civilizations got wiped out. The only thing we have left from the most previous one are the pyramids. And the pyramids are all over the planet. Now what happens is often I will get separate information of what seems to confirm to me what Daniel tells me. And that's the weird thing. It's like a while back, Hermes told me he predated Atlantis. And some wild story about multiple extraterrestrial people living with us, humans at the time. And then I saw the same information elsewhere, okay? And Daniel's tale of being my spiritual father seems to play out as accurate. Then his tale of how humans came to this planet was retold to me by other sources. I mean, I'm talking about sources I never had access to. All right. Well, what's else happening this week? Yes, Magick 303 is in its launch phase, okay? Expect this class to be well worth it, guys. It's more information in this class that will change your lives than most of the other classes I've done. Don't ask me, ask my students from Magick 101 how this magic literally saves lives. And of course, I am writing a book about not only Apollo, but also about Aphrodite. And I got to tell you something about her. She and Apollo are way more powerful than I'd ever thought. And you know what? I've looked around. There's no real books about them. Just sure the usual goofy websites, and the information is rehashed from other sites and shit, but no real new information. And so what I'm doing is like I'm doing later tonight. I'm testing out a different ritual tonight that I'm going to do to both Apollo and Aphrodite. And I'm going to get feedback from them, what they thought about where I'm placing the candles, what the offering I'm using is. And there's going to be at least 12 different subjects for these rituals for each god. Now watch for it, and I'm probably going to have a companion class as well. And it's going to be a part of the High Magic series with a focus on that individual god or goddess. Well, that's it for this episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. About a week from now, probably this coming, maybe Saturday or so, I'm going to have another episode, and then I'm going to be out of town for a little while. So that's it. Again, look for the GoFundMe link, which will be below this video. First comment. All right? Thanks for tuning in, and practice safe. Thanks for tuning in, and see, this is what happens when I don't have it written out. Okay, how do I close this without looking like an asshole? All right, jump cut time. Okay, that's it. This is Confessions of an Online Psychic, and you guys practice safe magic. Good night.